Hi, I'm Don Baxter. I am the new CEO of Ceylon Graphite. I joined just a couple of weeks ago. I am a mining engineer, and I have a background in mining graphite, processing graphite. Actually, one of the few outside of China who's ever done this before. The interesting thing about Ceylon Graphite is that it's in Sri Lanka, and the graphite is vein graphite. It's probably the highest grade graphite in the world, and that gives us a lot of unique things to do with it. In the past, it's been used for some pretty finite applications. However, with the oncoming electric vehicle revolution, it's one of the key components in a lithium-ion battery. So this could be a potentially tremendously large market for this process. So again, a little more of my background, being a mining engineer. I have a unique take on this, looking at an operating company, a fully integrated mine to battery concept here. And this is something that I'm not new to. I started working on battery processing with graphite in about 2011, 2012. My most recent posting as a CEO of a company called Alabama Graphite, I put out a PEA for that. And I did that, basically the first mine to battery, we call it processing study, in order to take what I recognized at the time was the growing tidal wave of demand for these critical raw materials into a lithium-ion battery, and graphite was going to be a key one here. So with Ceylon Graphite, we have the capacity and the knowledge base to take this very high quality, very high grade graphite from the mine and into a battery, and that's what the world needs is processed graphite. The uniqueness about this high grade graphite in the ground, and it's 90% carbon at least. And we have a working phase right now in our one mine that's 97% carbon in the ground. So typically flake mines, you've seen other graphite companies, they're mining flake graphite. Flake graphite is much lower grade. It's a different geology altogether. And you need to take it from 4%, between 4%, 10%, 15%, up to 95% through a very expensive processing plant, which could cost a neighborhood of $100 million depending on your capacity. Whereas with this high-grade vein graphite that Sri Lanka has, that we luckily have in a 30,000 acre land package, we have graphite that doesn't need that primary processing. So that makes our capex very low, $2 million per mine. We're looking at ultimately 10 mines. We have 2 now, one that's fully permitted and operational. The second one is 2 months away from permitting. And then we continue on with mine 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 10 to produce up to potentially 50,000 tons of graphite for this. I would call it a battery electric revolution. I mean, when you see General Motors having advertising on the Super Bowl with electric vehicles, you know something's happening. It's not all about Tesla. It's about Volkswagen and Volvo and General Motors and Ford. You see President Biden driving a Ford F-150 electric. You wouldn't have thought about that a couple of years ago. We are ready for this. I've mentioned to one of the 2 or 3 OEMs that we've talked to that Ceylon Graphite may look like a small company right now, but we have assembled the expertise within it in order to make this work from a very highly effective anode material to go directly into their batteries, be it they're making themselves or they're having a company make it for them. We don't have a learning curve. We've done this. I've been doing this for quite some time. Since about 2011, I started with recognizing the growing need for batteries. And then we have the capacity to make enhanced graphite, which were the OEMs and the tier 1 battery manufacturers are looking for. So we're ready. We're ready to do this, and I'm quite excited by it. So I'm looking to get to Sri Lanka in the next few weeks, hoping, COVID permitting. At this point, it's been an issue for all of us to deal with. But with my background in mining, I'm looking to make these the most efficient mines that probably Sri Lanka has seen in the long history of mining. Looking at how to mechanize this. I think we can all very quickly update our resource base. So overnight, we're going to have some pretty good news flow coming out of this. And key thing is we have interest in what we're doing. Surprisingly, we're talking to multiple OEMs and they have an interest in securing supply. One thing that's come out of this COVID situation for all of us is first this rapid movement to electric vehicles and decarbonizing the economy. We also have the ability to show them that we can do this very quickly. There's no learning curve, so we're ready to do this, and I'm quite excited to take us from the mine through the processing into battery ready materials and meet the growing need. The other key factor with this is that again, with this COVID light on supply of critical materials, having a complete mine to battery solution is a key thing. And also doing this in the most environmentally sustainable manner possible. So ESG attributes of every company is first and foremost in every conversation we have. And the fact that we have an underground mining process here in Sri Lanka, that we don't have the issues that other surface mines have or other processing mines have with primary processing. We don't have tailings, we don't have waste rock areas. So we're going basically from the mine into a secondary process where we basically make this battery ready. So again, this is a pretty exciting time for the company. And I'm actually quite happy to be in the position we're at and to actually get in and physically make batteries, make the battery ready graphite, and basically help the world meet its needs for this exciting revolution. Again, supply critical material for a lithium ion battery is graphite, and we have plenty of it, and we also have the know-how and capabilities to make the graphite for this purpose and hit the ground running. So again, this is a situation where Ceylon has what it takes to be a major producer and a very meaningful contributor to this whole electric vehicle revolution that we're witnessing. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we'll have a few more of these videos coming. I can keep you up to date on our progress, and keep a watch out for some good news flow here. And again, I'm quite excited to put out the results of our efforts, and look forward to the next time we talk. Thank you.